My name is Richard. I am a Foreign Service Specialist, and I work as a director in one of the offices here in Washington. I'm a financial management specialist, and so as such, I'm the equivalent of a chief financial officer at the U.S. mission where I'm assigned. In that capacity, there are many opportunities. You represent your country every day, both on the job and off the job when you're on personal time in country. Especially on the job because in my position I'm dealing with senior bank officials, I'm dealing with vendors, and those that provide services to the embassy for a whole range of things, from everything from security to utilities to equipment and supplies. Representation there means fair and transparent business practices, to do things according to the requirements of the contracts that we obligate ourselves to in order to run the place. I was born and raised in Birmingham, Alabama. I got my undergraduate degree there in Commerce and Business Administration, and I found out about the State Department only years later, after I had traveled overseas and lived overseas, and found that a career in the Foreign Service sort of came at the intersection of my education and my skills as a financial manager and my interest to travel and work overseas and learn about foreign cultures. But after I got my undergraduate degree, I wanted to take an academic year off, and so I went overseas and I accepted an offer to teach English at a small school in the Middle East. It was a very unique experience where at the end of that time I ended up learning more Arabic than my students learned English. But it was also a chance for me to learn that traveling overseas is not the same as living overseas, where when you live overseas you have unique opportunities to represent your country, to explain the culture you come from. That person-to-person contact was something that I really wanted to pursue. I wanted to continue doing. When I finished my year abroad, I came back and got my master's degree in international business from the University of South Carolina. And that's when I learned about the State Department and the Foreign Service, and that's when I became interested in applying. After I graduated from South Carolina, I ended up going to the private sector for a few years, but I always had the Foreign Service in mind. Early on, when the kids were young, my wife and I started a tradition of taking an annual road trip. The kids today, they're in college now, but they still talk about those infamous road trips, like the time we got lost in the Thai upcountry when we were driving from Bangkok to Chiang Mai. Christmas Eve on top of Mount Sinai when we were watching a spectacular sunset, or Thanksgiving with the Bedouin in the western desert of Egypt when we did some camping there. Easter at a kibbutz on the Sea of Galilee. Driving from Budapest to Italy and Abu Dhabi, I had the unique opportunity to pilot test new software for cost sharing between agencies and report that back to Washington. That was my first tour. In Bangkok, we had worked with an American bank that was located in Singapore to set up international payments, or to set up electronic payments in multiple currencies through a facility that that bank designed especially for us. In Baghdad, I had the opportunity to formulate and present and justify the first operating budget that embassy ever had when it opened in 2004. The work is busy, it's challenging, it's nonstop, and no 2 days are the same.